Hey, do you wish you had a group of people you could discuss and learn about movies with? Welcome to Caden's Movie Club, which is kind of like a book club, but for movies. And today we're announcing our theme for September. Have you ever watched a movie and thought it didn't really work but weren't sure why? I think in a lot of cases it comes down to whether or not the story was able to maintain tension. All stories are built around tension, regardless of genre. A plot poses a question and the audience is waiting for an answer. Whether or not you stay invested in a story is directly tied to whether or not you feel tension about the answer to that question. In a comedy like Meet the Parents, the question is, will Greg convince his fiance's parents to like him?
We're getting cream, people.
Well, Florence Nightingale over here play a little defense.
Larry, I missed one shot.
It was a big shot.
The stakes are relatively low and the context is relatable, so it's a comedic tension. You're waiting to see how Greg will mess up. In a romance like La La Land, the question is, will Sebastian and Mia be able to achieve their career goals while also maintaining their relationship?
I mean, I'm finally in something that people enjoy.
Since when do
Just
you
'cause I don't
care
enjoy
about
it doesn't
being
matter.
liked? Why do you care so much about being liked?
You're an actress. What are you talking about?
You're not asking will they, won't they, but it's still a romantic tension because you are asking about where their relationship ends up. And within that big picture question of a movie, even individual scenes need to have their own tension. And when it comes to the thriller genre, those stories try to take that tension as far as it will go to white-knuckle, butt-clenching territory. Take Sicario, for instance. There's a famous scene in which US operatives have to cross into Mexico, apprehend a member of the cartel, and return back across the border. It's a long scene, and for most of it, nothing really happens. Everything goes according to plan, but the team is anticipating a confrontation. They just don't know when. The audience is asking the question, will this operation go smoothly, or will it end in disaster? We're expecting danger around every corner. The tension slowly rises because every time something doesn't happen, it only makes it more likely to happen in the next moment. The story drags out the answer to the question to the last possible moment.
Get your service weapon out.
There's already a phenomenal breakdown of the scene that goes beat by beat, which you should definitely check out. It shows how there's an art and a structure to building this kind of tension, and we're going to take a similar approach to Movie Club this month. So, our September Movie Club theme is going to be Scenes of Suspense. With each movie this month, we're going to focus on a specific scene from a thriller and dive into the details of how the tension is created, sustained, and released. I'll still talk about the scene's place in the overall movie, but we're going to use a microscope approach here. So our movie lineup will be Inglourious Basterds, No Country for Old Men, The Silence of the Lambs, and The Invisible Man. And our first movie is Inglourious Basterds, so let me give you a little intro. I've gotten a couple requests for a Tarantino movie. Don't worry, I heard you. Quentin Tarantino is a filmmaker that often likes to engage in revenge fantasy. In a few films, he's combined these revenge stories with alternate history to create some pretty unique experiences. Inglourious Basterds is one of those movies. Set in World War II in Nazi-occupied France, it follows two converging storylines. One about a Jewish woman hiding her identity while operating a Paris cinema, and the other about a group of Jewish American soldiers who have become legendary for their no-mercy tactics against enemy soldiers. The main link between the two groups is Colonel Hans Landa, with Christoph Waltz in one of the best villain performances of all time. Even with just these few elements in place and the known historical context, I'm sure you can picture how scenes of tension might be created. There's very high stakes, people are forced to pretend to be people they are not, and multiple pieces of information converge to complicate the answers the audience is looking for. There's several scenes we could focus on, but which one will it be? We'll have to find out. But in the meantime, here's some questions to keep in mind while you watch. Tarantino is well known for featuring over-the-top violence in his movies, claiming it's just good cinema. How do you feel about how violence is used here? Is it justified for story or thematic purposes? What scene did you feel was the most intense? What elements came together to make it that way? Was it writing, acting, cinematography, editing? Pay attention to when the story gives you certain pieces of information and how that information comes back into play to create tension. I hope you're excited about the lineup and theme this month. Let me know about some of your favorite scenes of tension and what movie you're most looking forward to. I'll see you back here Sunday to talk about Inglourious Basterds, and if you want to be part of Movie Club, you know where to go.